the wind of existence. Beloved ones, life is not a problem to be solved, but a mystery to be lived. Yet, from the very beginning, society teaches you to treat life like a puzzle. You chase answers, you chase people, you chase dreams that are not even yours. And in this endless chase, you lose the fragrance of existence that is continuously flowing around you. Existence is like a soft wind. You cannot catch it in your fists. The moment you try to hold it tightly, it escapes. If you keep your hands open, if you allow the wind to pass through you, it becomes a song, a whisper, a blessing. And this is the greatest secret. What is meant for you will come to you when you are open, not when you are desperate. When I was a young boy, I too lived in hurry. I wanted to know everything immediately. I felt that if I did not chase life, I would miss it. My impatience was like fire. But what I did not understand was that impatience burns the very ground on which flowers of fulfillment grow. Life is not something you run after. Life is something you invite gently, silently. You see, existence has its own timing, its own intelligence. It is infinitely wiser than your mind. Your mind thinks it knows what you need, but the mind only knows desires. Existence knows your destiny. Many times in my life, doors I tried to force open remained closed no matter how hard I pushed. But the moment I relaxed, the moment I stopped forcing, another door opened effortless, so effortless that it felt like magic. That is how existence works. What is meant for you does not need your struggle. It needs your readiness. It comes when your being is ripe. A fruit falls from the tree only when it has matured within. If you shake the tree too early, the fruit may fall, but it will not be sweet. In the same way, if a relationship, a dream, or a path comes to you before you are inwardly ready, it will bring misery. But when it arrives at the right moment, it brings joy that is beyond words. Beloved ones, understand this. Your anxiety is your only enemy. You think you must control everything. You think life owes you explanations. But life is under no obligation to follow your plans. It dances to a cosmic rhythm, and the wise learn to dance with it. I discovered this truth slowly through my own foolishness, through my own struggles. When I would insist, life would resist me. When I would relax, life would embrace me. The river flows on its own. You can either exhaust yourself swimming against it, or you can float and let the river carry you to places more beautiful than your imagination. What is for you will find you, even if you hide. What is not for you will leave, even if you chase it. So sit silently, breathe deeply, and trust the wind of existence. It knows the way, the art of allowing, beloved ones. Allowing is the art that life itself teaches to those who are willing to listen. Most people live in constant tension as if the world owes them something. They fight against the current, struggling to push doors open that are meant to remain closed. I too was once like this, trying to force life into my plans, believing that if I acted hard enough, the universe would obey me. But slowly, I learned the subtle difference between action born of force and action born of allowance. Action born of force creates friction, it creates suffering, it burns energy that could be spent in joy. Action born of allowance flows like a river, strong, alive, unstoppable, but without struggle. When I began to act from this inner openness, life began to respond in ways I could not have imagined. Opportunities came, people came, insights came effortlessly, like rain falling on thirsty soil. The world does not give you what you demand, it gives you what you are ready to receive. To allow does not mean to be passive. Do not misunderstand me. Allowing is not surrender to laziness or ignorance. Allowing is a dynamic state of alertness, of being awake to the moment while releasing the compulsion to control. In my life, I have witnessed countless seekers clinging to ideas, to relationships, to rituals, thinking that holding tightly is security. But holding tightly is death. It suffocates life. Life requires your hands to be open, your heart to be soft, your mind to be silent. I remember a time when I wanted a particular understanding to come to me immediately. I pressed, I pushed, I demanded, nothing happened. I became frustrated, anxious, even angry. Then, one day, I simply stopped. I meditated. I let my mind be still. And in that stillness, understanding arrived, not as I had demanded, not in my timing, but far more beautiful than I had imagined. This is the art of allowing. Give, create the space, and life fills it with gifts you cannot invent. Allowing also teaches patience, and patience is the soil in which trust grows. If you trust, you stop chasing shadows. You stop grasping at illusions. You begin to see that what belongs to you will come naturally, and what does not belong will leave without drama. I have often said to my disciples, if you insist, life resists. If you accept, life embraces. The universe has its own intelligence, far greater than your mind, far wiser than your ambitions. So, beloved ones, Practice the art of allowing in every small moment. When someone speaks harshly to you, allow their words to pass like clouds without clinging. When an opportunity seems delayed, allow the delay and let it ripen. When desires rise in your mind, allow them to arise, observe them, and do not force them into reality before their time. Life knows what is ready for you. Life knows the right moment. Your task is to relax, to be present, to open your heart, and to act with awareness rather than insistence. When you learn to allow, existence flows through you effortlessly. It is as if you are no longer pushing the river, but floating in its current, moving naturally toward everything that is meant for you. Allowing is the path to freedom, to joy, and to the deep serenity that comes from knowing whatever is meant for you will come. Your inner magnet, beloved ones, life is not random, life is not chaos. There is a subtle order, an invisible intelligence that moves through all things. And this intelligence responds to the quality of your being, not to your efforts, not to your demands. What comes to you, what chooses you, is always a reflection of your inner state. If you are restless, life mirrors restlessness. If you are fearful, life mirrors fear. If you are open, accepting, and full of love, life mirrors beauty, love, and harmony. In my own journey, I discovered this truth slowly, painfully, and beautifully. When I was young, I would desire people, situations, knowledge, thinking that if I could grasp them, I would become complete. I would chase and struggle, forcing life into my hands, and yet, no matter how much I pushed, no matter how much I demanded, life resisted me. The people I wanted to meet did not come. The paths I wanted to take remained blocked. It was as if existence itself was laughing at my impatience. Then I began to change, but I began to look inward instead of outward. I began to quiet my mind, to watch my heart, to be present with my own being. Slowly, I became a magnet, not of greed, not of control, but of awareness and openness. And then, unexpectedly, people arrived at the right time. Conversations unfolded effortlessly. Doors opened that I had never imagined. Life was not obeying my will. It was responding to my state of being. This is the power of the inner magnet. Your presence, your energy, your consciousness, these are what attract what is meant for you. Not your struggle, not your anxiety, not your insistence. You become a mirror, and the universe reflects itself in your life. This is why I say, purify your inner space, nurture your heart, calm your mind. What you cultivate inside will manifest outside. You cannot escape this law. You may try to force life with effort, but you will only exhaust yourself. Align with your own being, and the world will align with you. Many people ask me, Osho, how do I attract what is meant for me? My answer is simple. Do not chase. Do not manipulate. Do not demand. Become silent. Become aware. Become present. When you are content, when you are accepting, life begins to move toward you. Naturally, opportunities, love, understanding, growth, they come to the heart that is ready to receive them. And remember, beloved ones, your inner magnet does not attract only pleasure. It attracts truth. Life will bring to you exactly what you are capable of handling. It will not overburden you. It will not cheat you. It will bring what resonates with your wideness, your love, and that is why there is no need to push, no need to force, no need to hurry. So watch yourself, cultivate your being, and trust. Trust that the universe is always responding to the state of your inner magnet. If your heart is open, if your consciousness is awake, the right things will come. Life has been waiting for you to become ready. And when you are ready, everything that is meant for you will arrive as naturally and beautifully as a flower opening in the morning sun. The ego wants, the heart receives. Beloved ones, the mind is always in a hurry. It wants, it demands, it insists. The ego says, I must have this, I need that, and I cannot wait. It becomes a constant pressure, a relentless force pushing you toward anxiety and restlessness. I have observed this in my own life. When I was young, I thought I knew what I wanted. I chased knowledge, experiences, people, thinking that my mind's desires were the key to fulfillment. And the harder I chased, the more life slipped through my fingers. The heart, however, is patient. The heart knows a secret that the mind has yet to learn. The heart says, if it is meant for me, it will arrive. The heart trusts the rhythm of existence, the intelligence of life, and the timing of the universe. I discovered this truth while sitting alone under the trees, observing life passing by, watching people come and go, watching opportunities bloom and vanish. The mind was restless, impatient. The heart simply watched, open, quiet, and accepting. And in that quietness, the most beautiful gifts began to appear in my life, not because I had forced them, but because I had allowed them. The ego wants to control, it wants certainty, it wants guarantees. But life does not operate according to guarantees. Life operates according to trust. And the heart, unlike the ego, trusts without asking for proof. In my life, many things I thought I could not live without disappeared. And many gifts I never expected arrived like gentle rain on dry soil. When you stop chasing, you allow the universe to choose for you. The right people enter your life, the right opportunities find you, and the right understanding comes to your mind when it is ripe. I have often told my disciples, the mind is a greedy guest. It always wants more. The heart, however, is a generous host. It receives gracefully, it gives without demand, it knows how to be content. When you learn life through the ego, life becomes a battlefield. When you live through the heart, life becomes a celebration. There is no need to push, to force, to manipulate. You simply align yourself with your inner rhythm, with the deeper currents of life, and everything arrives naturally. And remember, beloved ones, this does not mean that you should be passive. Action is necessary, but your action must be guided by the heart, not by the ego. Move when you feel alive, act when you feel inspired, speak when you feel compassion. Let the ego rest, let the heart guide. The universe responds not to your demands, but to your readiness. So stop insisting. Stop forcing life to obey your small, impatient desires. Instead, cultivate the art of receiving. Cultivate patience, awareness, and trust. The moment you stop chasing, the right things will begin to choose you. Life will flow to you effortlessly, beautifully, as if it had been waiting for you all along. And then you will understand the great secret. The ego wants, but the heart receives. The beauty of waiting, beloved ones, waiting is misunderstood in the world. The mind sees waiting as wasted time, as suffering, as boredom. But the heart knows a deeper truth. Waiting is not empty. Waiting is not passive. Waiting is a meditation. Waiting is a deep inner practice where life teaches you the art of patience, the art of trust, and the art of surrender. When you wait with awareness, life blossoms within you. When you wait with anxiety, life withers outside and inside. I have lived many years and I have seen that everything beautiful in life requires its own timing. When I was young, I wanted to awaken immediately. I wanted to understand, to experience, to know, and I was impatient. I rushed into relationships, rushed into knowledge, rushed into experiences, and every time I suffered. The world seemed harsh, life seemed unfair, because I had not yet learned the art of waiting. But slowly, the lesson came. I discovered that when you stop forcing, when you stop chasing, life begins to arrive. Begins to arrive effortlessly, naturally, beautifully. Waiting is an art of trust. It is the recognition that the universe is far wiser than your mind. You may think you need something right now, but life knows the perfect moment for it to arrive. A seed does not sprout the moment you plant it. It waits for the rain, the sunlight, the nourishment of the earth. In the same way, your desires, your relationships, your opportunities need the right conditions. Your task is not to hurry them, but to prepare yourself to grow, to ripen. I often tell my disciples that impatience is the enemy of beauty. When you hurry, you miss the small miracles that happen in every moment. When you wait with awareness, you see life unfold as it is meant to, like a flower opening petal by petal. Waiting is not suffering, it is the dance of existence teaching you its own rhythm. And in waiting, you discover yourself. You discover your depth, your patience, your courage, your presence. Life comes to those who can wait. Many times I have received the most extraordinary insights, the most extraordinary people, the most extraordinary opportunities. Not when I demanded them, but when I was ready, when I was silent, when I had stopped forcing. The universe does not rush, and neither should you. Your waiting is sacred. It is a time for growth, for awareness, for opening your heart. So, beloved ones, do not fear waiting. Do not fill it with anxiety. Do not try to escape it. Wait with grace. Wait with awareness. Wait with trust. Let your heart remain open. Let your mind remain calm. Let your being be patient. When you do, you will see the miracle. What is meant for you will arrive in its own perfect way. And in that arrival, you will understand why waiting was never a burden. It was always a gift. Trust the timing of your soul. Beloved ones, the ultimate secret of life is timing. Everything in existence has a perfect moment, a right season, a subtle rhythm. You may feel anxious, you may feel restless, you may feel that life is not moving fast enough, but the truth is far deeper than your impatience. Your soul knows its own rhythm. Your I knows the perfect timing for every experience, every meeting, every opportunity. And when you align with that timing, life unfolds like a miracle. Many people live in a state of constant hurry. They think that if they do not push, if they do not demand, life will pass them by. I have lived that life too. I chased, I struggled, I forced, thinking that my mind knew the way. And yet, the harder I forced, the more resistant life became. Then, slowly, I began to learn the wisdom of the soul. I began to see that what is truly for you does not need your struggle. It arrives in its own time. It comes when you are ready, not when you are desperate. Trusting the timing of your soul is an art of letting go. It is a practice of surrender, not to weakness, but to intelligence far greater than your mind. I discover this truth in my own journey. Many times I had desires, ambitions, and longings that seemed urgent. I would demand that life fulfill them immediately, and life with infinite wisdom would delay. At first, I resisted, I complained, I became restless. But in that stillness, in that waiting, the universe taught me patience. The delays were not denials, they were preparations. They were moments for my being to ripen, for my understanding to deepen, for my heart to open fully. Beloved ones, what is not yours will never stay, even if you try to hold I. What is yours will never leave, even if the whole world tries to take it from you. The universe has its own intelligence, and it always works for you, not against you. Your task is to trust, to remain open, to be patient, to act only when your inner being guides you. Stop forcing, stop chasing, stop demanding, and watch how life begins to flow toward you effortlessly. When you trust your soul's timing, everything changes. Waiting is no longer empty. Moments of silence are no longer wasted. Every breath, every heartbeat, every encounter becomes meaningful. You begin to live in harmony with existence. You begin to see that life has always been supporting you, guiding you, moving toward you with gifts far greater than you could imagine. And then you understand the deepest truth. If it is meant for you, it will come. And when it comes, it will be perfect, as if the universe itself has been quietly preparing it for you all along. So walk gently, beloved ones. Live fully, deeply, consciously. Open your heart, relax your mind, trust the timing of your soul, and remember, life is always faithful. Life is always generous. Life is always guiding you toward what is truly yours. Let go of worry, let go of force, and receive the blessings that are already on their way to you. This is the way of freedom, the way of love, the way of life it is.